I've been looking forward to this. Hey, hello, welcome everybody to Smug Stick in this brand new episode of Dragon Ball Explained. So, as you can tell, we're doing something a little different here. Rather than just doing an explanation video with pictures on the screen and stuff like that, why don't you see my beautiful face for a second? See, I wanted to expand my horizons above just what if videos. I'm still gonna make what if videos, don't worry about that. Those are my favorite thing to do. But I thought I would express myself in a different way. So, this Dragon Ball Explained is going to be Dragon Ball references in other anime. Someday I will make Dragon Ball references in other manga, Dragon Ball references in cartoons, stuff like that. But this time, it's just anime. Granted, there are some anime that were adaptations of manga, so I guess I'm kind of cheating in there somewhere, but it's my video, so don't you worry. So I hope I'm not making you too comfortable with my awesome Dragon Ball setup. You know, you got Bardock over here. Oh. You had Bardock over here. But anyways, before we begin, I just want to tell you guys to be sure to share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it always helps out the channel, helps me do more videos for you guys, and I just like to see those numbers rise up, don't you? We're at 15k, guys. Get me to 20k soon. Join the Smug Squad, my friends. So, have you guys ever heard of Gintama? Gintama is an awesome anime that I have never watched, but I've heard really awesome things about it, and it sounds hilarious. It's actually an adaptation of a Shonen Jump manga by the same name. Gintama, from what I can tell, is basically a giant love letter to Shonen Jump. If you ever played a J-Star's Victory Versus, Gintoki, the main character from Gintama, was there, and you could actually use the Kamehameha in the game with him. However, that's not the reference I was here to say. There are so many Dragon Ball references in Gintama that it would be impossible for me to name them all without making this video just about Gintama. Maybe that's another video for another time though. I'll just mention a few of my favorite ones. My personal favorite one that killed me the first time I saw it is this scene where one of the characters is talking to another one. And for a second, she says she's going to sleep. When the other character goes to protest, she disappears in an instant and appears on top of him, just like Goku did with Nappa. And she actually acts in character to Goku in this scene. Too slow, Nappa. Gintama is one crazy show. There's another scene where the main characters battle as a Dragon Ball characters on a similar looking planet Namek. Not only a Frieza parody, but also a Cell parody. And it is very weird. You can obviously see from the images I'm putting up that I have no idea how to explain this. There's another anime called Hakadol the Animation, and there's a huge battle sequence that's basically just a giant reference to Dragon Ball, and it is incredible. My favorite Dragon Ball reference in any anime ever. There are numerous callbacks to a bunch of Dragon Ball scenes. Some of the most iconic ones. For example, Goku turning Super Saiyan 1 and Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2. It's basically a shot-for-shot recreation of some of these scenes. They even battle while flying, punching each other super fast. There's explosions in the air as the camera spins around just like a Dragon Ball episode. And the other girl that she's fighting actually gets a mask. Just like Cooler in the first Cooler movie. Lucky Star was another anime that was super popular a few years ago. I don't know if you guys remember. But anyways, some of the endings were hilarious. In this specific one that I'm talking about, the characters are actually at a karaoke. And surprises of surprises, the main character begins to sing Chala Het Chala. Of course, you guys will know Chala Het Chala as the main theme of the first part of Dragon Ball Z, sung by Hironobu Kageyama. She doesn't do a bad job, and she hits the notes right. It's just that her voice is ugly. Overall, it's a super fun reference, and one of my favorite ones. Perhaps one of the most well-known references to Dragon Ball in all of media, really, has gotta be Roshi and Son Goku in Naruto. It is so cool that Kishimoto did this. So, let me explain. The fourth tailed beast is a giant flaming monkey whose Jinchuriki is named Roshi. And the tailed beast's name is Goku. See what I'm getting at here? It's an awesome reference, and I'm so happy that it's the number 4 that's present here. Another awesome reference is in the anime MM, where the main character actually transforms into a Super Saiyan. And instead of using a Kamehameha, he used the Hentai to defeat the enemy.
Hey kids, don't go away. We'll be right back. And now back to our show.
Another awesome reference from Gintama is actually a Piccolo lookalike using the Makankosa Po, otherwise known as the Special Beam Cannon in English, is straight up in the show. He looks exactly like Piccolo, except his antennas are kind of weird. And it's the Makankosa Po, straight up, like no joke, it's just Special Beam Cannon! In the anime Bobo 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 Bo 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 bo. There's actually an awesome reference to the fight against Nappa. For some reason, the fight against Nappa is really popular in these references. It's a cool fight. We actually get a reaction shot from Bobobo pleading him not to sacrifice himself, just like Tenshinhan did with Chaozu. The great thing about this scene is that Donpachi survives, and he actually comes back with a mustache just like Nappa. The anime Bloodland also uses a scene to reference Dragon Ball. The main character actually just straight up tries to do the Kamehameha. It's crazy how iconic the Kamehameha is. I think no other attack ever has been referenced as much as that. And finally, to end this, I actually want to leave you with one of my favorite animes that I watched during high school, Watamote. There are actually a few scenes where the main character thinks of something embarrassing or stuff like that, and she just pictures herself dying like Yamcha. It's hilarious. Yamcha's death is also a thing that always gets referenced in media, and who can blame them? It's kind of funny and embarrassing. I only wonder if Yamcha's death never happened, we'd be referencing Yamcha's leg getting broken by Tenshinhan instead. Obviously, there are a lot more references in different anime about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, after all, is perhaps the most influential manga, besides maybe JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think they're both up there as the most influential things, like ever, for manga. At least for Shonen Jump, of course. It's actually crazy to think just how many references there are to Dragon Ball in other anime. It sure puts things into perspective just how we are influenced by things and reference things in this day and age. I think it's quite interesting. It makes me wonder if people who are growing up watching My Hero Academia right now will grow up and make stuff that references My Hero Academia in the future. Dragon Ball has clearly cemented itself as a seminal series for anime and manga. After all, it's 30 plus years and we just got a new series, a new movie, and much more stuff to come in the future. You hear that, Funimation? This series is important. Please treat it with respect. That isn't to say that Dragon Ball is an influence in itself. You can see influences from all over the place, especially things like Star Wars, since Toriyama was a pretty big fan of those type of movies. But that's probably a video for another time. You know, if I had the opportunity to make a show, I would make it totally like Gintama, chocked full of references. As we get older and we actually begin to create our own things, and Japanese kids that grew up watching Dragon Ball begin to create their own things, we will start to see even more references to Dragon Ball, no doubt. After all, ideas aren't born in a vacuum, and it's awesome to see other fans create their own things and come up in the world. Just like Naruto, that's completely influenced by Dragon Ball. Or One Piece, which is completely influenced by Dragon Ball. There are even some American shows influenced by Dragon Ball heavily, like Steven Universe. But that's a video for another time. Anyways, thanks for watching, Smug Squad. Be sure to share, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this format that I'm doing, please let me know. I will definitely have pictures up, I hope, by the time I edit this. And this was actually a lot of fun to make. Just me talking to the camera, no script. Perhaps I stuttered too much, let me know. But I think this is a better way to get my personality across and interact with you guys more. I also want to do live streams and stuff like that. Let me know if you want that. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at ShareYourEnergy. That's the best way to contact me anytime you want. My DMs are opened. If you ever want to suggest something you don't want to suggest publicly, and stuff like that, or just come chat with me. In the comments down below, I have a challenge for you guys. If you had your own TV show or movie or whatever, I want you to tell me how you would reference Dragon Ball or how you would be influenced by Dragon Ball. Whoever gives me the best answer will get a shout out in the next video that I do of this kind. Anyways, this has been Luis, aka Smugstick, and until we meet again. See ya!
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Smugstick, unless you want to be destroyed.
Lord Beerus, that's hardly fair. But also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when he uploads new videos.